Hey, remember back in '93 when Ryan thought Shockmaster was going to be a future world champion?
The modern day wrestling god! What?
And that's why, Jack, you're so smart.
Now back to Jack and Ryan on the MonsterCast.
Whatever. All right. New Japan Wrestling Dontaku 2023 happened this week. Some big changes in the show, actually. 3 new champions. Kenta loses the strong openweight title to Hikuleo. Okada, Ishii, and Tanahashi win the never openweight 6-man titles, with Shota Umino coming out to challenge them and letting everyone know that Moxley was going to be one of his 2 partners. Still don't know who the other one's going to be, but that's fucking badass. And then, of course, Moxley had like a pre-taped promo that he did. And then, of course, David Finlay beat Tama Tonga to win the never openweight title. Sonata defeated Takahashi to retain the IWGP heavyweight title, which we talked about I believe on... What the fuck did we talk about that on? We talked about it on Prediction Show, I think. It came up. And then Yoda made his return from excursion and attacked Sonata afterwards and joined Takahashi and the rest of LIJ. All right, so what stands out to you from the show? What are you intrigued in going forward with everything that I just said? Because those were the main parts. Oh, and also Zack Sabre Jr. and Jeff Cobb had a New Japan TV title match that went to the time limit draw.
Yes, which leads into the Samoa Joe thing, kind of, too, from Ring of Honor. So, Moxley coming back is cool. I don't know who their third's going to be, but I imagine it'll be somebody from BCC, but somebody that can take a loss, so probably Yuta. He's going to bring his 2 sons out to Japan and go wrestle with them, I guess. But I don't think he's going to win. I'm pretty sure that's just to make the trio title more credible over there.
No, I want Danielson.
I'm sure Danielson wants Danielson too, but I think if you send Danielson and Mox over there, they have to win, and I don't think New Japan's going to do that. So it'll probably be Yuta.
It's a 6-man title. No one cares if they win or not.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying Japanese fans wouldn't care. Who cares if they win? Why would that be a big problem? If Shota, Moxley, and Danielson all come back with 6-man titles, why would that be an issue? They could drop them at Forbidden Door.
It's because of the people that you have them on right now. Like, those are 3 of your biggest names in the entire company that are holding that.
Okay.
You don't really want them to take a loss to fucking Shota Umino and Yuta.
I didn't say Yuta. I said Danielson and Moxley.
It's not going to be Danielson and Moxley.
Dude, that would be so badass. If you really don't know if you're ever going to be able to send Danielson over to do a G1 or something, dude, this man could fight 3 of their legends in one full spell swoop.
Yeah, that's true.
The issue is New Japan doesn't ever usually give those matches a lot of time, so that would be the one drawback. I mean, if you want to put Yuta over there to take the pin, I'm cool with that.
I mean, this one got 20 minutes. So, I mean, the one on Dontaku got 20 minutes.
Yeah, but it's not Wrestle Kingdom. Or Forbidden Door.
You want a 45-minute fucking
No. I'm just saying they got more time because of the pay-per-view that it is.
Yeah, I guess. If they lead something out of that into Forbidden Door, that'd be cool since I'm going. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, but do you really have Moxley and Danielson lose at Forbidden Door? Unless it's to the same 3 and they get it back. And then Shota could take the pin.
I mean, Shota would have to be the one taking the pin. Out of everybody in the match.
Yeah, if they're going to get him back, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, Ishii's taking the pin, probably, if they were going to win him. And then Shota would have to take the pin if they got him back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I think people would fucking freak out if you announced that Danielson was the other partner. And I feel like it's where they're going with it for the other partner is not going to reach levels of Moxley. But if you're trying to, it would have to be Danielson.
I just hope it's not something like fucking Sami Callihan or something. That would be stupid. You know, Kingston.
I don't have a problem with Sami Callihan, but I get what you're saying. Because it would
Kingston.
be... Huh?
Kingston would be an interesting choice, because you know him and Ishii want to...
Yeah. That would be cool.
But I don't know how Claudio would feel about that.
Well, it depends. If Kingston ends up taking the pin, then that just helps the Claudio Eddie Kingston divide as well. Like, I told you not to trust him, like, or you can't trust him to, whatever.
Be good. Yeah.
Get a win at a big spot. Yeah.
Yeah, having Cobb do the tie is interesting. It does say that they take him pretty seriously, at least. I'm glad they did that because that needs to be something that gets used more, especially in Zack Sabre Jr. TV matches where it is the 15-minute time limit or whatever. And Zack Sabre Jr. is somebody whose entire style lends itself to dragging out matches.
Correct.
So
That's what I'm saying. I was like, he should have way more draws than wins anyway because of the way he wrestles. It makes way more sense for him to be able to just do that and use it as a crutch to keep the title.
Right. And then it helps elevate the other people too because they aren't taking losses. Like Jeff Cobb looks pretty good coming out of this, but it makes Zack Sabre Jr. look smart and like a dominant champion for his niche.
Yeah, so, it's just another thing that with the DQ or the countout rule, you have to beat me. I don't have to beat you.
Right. And I like the way that they did this. This made sense to me. So I think he's on his 5th or 6th defense now, which is pretty cool. But then on Ring of Honor, Joe came out and made it seem like he was going to challenge Zack Sabre Jr. So we'll see where that goes. He wants to be the television belt collector. Belt collector.
Okay, so what do you think about Finlay beating Tama Tonga to win the never open weight title?
Miss me with all this Finlay shit. I don't give a fuck. So they had to do that because apparently Tama Tonga is not under contract right now.
Correct. That's what I read too. He hasn't been on a contract since Wrestle Kingdom, possibly.
It's been a minute.
Like 2 or 3 months, something like that.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Sorry, it was loud. It's playing outside. Yeah, so he's not been under contract for a couple months at least. And right now, they don't think he's gonna go anywhere else, but it's always a possibility. They could send him over to NXT and teach him how to stop cursing in promos. You get God in the tag division in WWE. I mean, that's a pretty big get. They're instantly gonna be pretty credible, pretty dominant. It's not gonna be like the OC coming in. Like it's especially with them being Samoan. They're gonna play the fuck up that whole Samoan thing immediately. Like, oh, we're the real bloodline. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand that they're Samoan or Tongan or whatever, but they're not related to the actual bloodline that's currently there. So
yeah,
they could literally just go against them and be like, no, we're the real bloodline.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, yeah, there are tons, but like my thought was just how they push the Samoans. Just be like, yeah, we're the real bloodline of wrestling, whatever. Bring Hikuleo over. Well, I guess they can't now because he's the champions here. I'd like to see Master Wato be utilized a little bit more. It's disappointing that he wasn't.
You're the only one. All right, so.
Don't be mean.
Well, I guess he might be able to now because Takahashi is obviously done with the Sonata stuff, so I guess he could move on to that. Yeah. How often is it that they put two faces together to fight for a title in New Japan for the junior heavyweights?
It happens pretty often.
Okay.
They're normally presented as like athletic, competitive.
Because I'm looking at him and I'm like, it's Ishimori basically if he's gonna fight somebody.
Yeah.
If you're just doing straight heel versus face
faces
for that. And also, I don't know if we didn't mention it already, but ELP came back and started beating the shit out of David Finlay, I believe, after that match, something like that. So he's still involved.
Would like to see him go over to Black and Gold, but we'll see. I don't know what his contract status is. I don't think anybody does. I don't think it's known publicly, but and I think the Tama Tonga bridge with Jay White's a little bit too burned for him to come over and do Bullet Club in America. It wouldn't really make sense if you pay attention to the continuity between the.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense for him to even join Bullet Club over in WWE, honestly.
Yeah. So. I mean, it might. I mean, he's got ties with.
Well, I guess it could
AJ.
because he's tight with Finn because Finn was the OG leader or whatever. Right. So it would make more sense.
And he never had a falling out with AJ or anything. So like, it's
Yeah, I guess it could work over there. All right, especially if they're gonna do like that versus. Well, are they on? They're on Raw still though, right? No, are they on Raw or they went to SmackDown? I can't remember now.
Fuck. I'd have to go look at the fucking draft results.
So I was thinking like if they went to SmackDown, they could instantly have a feud with LWO. I think they. No, they didn't. They went to Raw. No, they went to SmackDown. My bad. SmackDown was on the left side.
Drafted to WWE SmackDown. Right?
Yeah, they're on SmackDown. Yeah. I could picture the SmackDown side in my head. So yeah. 'Cause that's the one where I had to do 4 different renders because I was pissed off because I didn't know they were putting everybody together like that. But yeah, that would be cool because you'd automatically have LWO versus the OC if you bring in Tama too for that 4th guy. So that could work. All right, so what'd you think of the Sonata-Takahashi match? Was pretty much what everybody thought it was going to be. It was decent, but we all knew Sonata was going to win. And then Yota comes back, made his return from Excursion. He was the man behind the vignettes about, like, for lack of a better term, the Godzilla-type vignettes that they were doing.
Yeah.
What do you think about his return? And immediately joining LIJ and, like, going after Sonata out the gate. That's crazy, right?
I mean, he looks good. He looks a lot.
Is that not weird and like unheard of for a guy coming back from Excursion and immediately going for the IWGP Heavyweight Champion though?
I mean, I guess when Jay White did it, he more went for the U.S. title early on.
And Shota definitely didn't do it.
Shota definitely didn't. No.
They got to be pretty high up on Yota then.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like a younger.
Is it a case of them being high up on him, or just because Jay White just left? Will Ospreay might be gone next year. Like, you got to have somebody plugged into the main event upper mid card scene out the gate. Get some fresh faces in there.
I think part of it too is that when most people come back from Excursion, from the Young Lion system, they're usually juniors. Like they don't come back as heavies a whole lot. You don't get a whole lot of heavyweights coming back from Excursion. I think Kitamura was the last Young Lion that was like a legit, like straight up could not ever be sold as a fucking junior aside from Yoda, and he passed away. And he hadn't been wrestling for a while even before that too. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's part of it. It's just that normally when people come back from Excursion, they don't really put them in the heavy division anyway. So yeah, I can't think of an example off the top of my head where somebody came back and was straight up in the title picture. I mean, Naito kind of when he came back from his Excursion a little bit. You could make that argument. It was pretty soon. But yeah, no, it's not like he came back and immediately like his first night back was fucking attacking the champion or anything.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, so I give this a B, and the reason I give it a B is because even though the Sonata Takahashi thing was predictable, you got the return of Moxley announced. You've got Okada, Ishii, and Tanahashi winning as a team, which is cool as fuck. And then immediately going to be defended against Shota, Moxley, and somebody else. You've got Yoda coming back from Excursion and attacking the champion out the gate. And even though most of the years it's just a non-happening pay-per-view, you had 3 new champions overall for the entire show, which is crazy. So I give it a B.
Yeah. I can go with that. I'll probably also say like a B. Which feels weird after having just rated the Backlash pay-per-view also a B.
Yeah, well,
I rated in a different way.
I rated these shows more not against WrestleManias, but against other Backlashes and against other Dontakus.
Yeah. Got to establish what our relativity curve is. Yeah, I'll give it a B.
If I went back and watched one of these pay-per-views over again, it would probably actually be Backlash. I think it has better replay value.
I think 2 of the matches do, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's all you need.
Okay. I might watch
I don't think there was a 5-star match on Dontaku, do you? I'm giving Bianca and Io a 4.5 probably.
I think the Zack Sabre Jr. and Jeff Cobb match was good, but knowing that they're working toward the draw, I think it's hard to. Yeah, I don't know. I guess not. Yeah. Okay. I think some of the matches on Dontaku outweighed some of the low spots of Backlash, but not enough to put it over it. If that makes sense. Over the high spots. Yeah.
All right.
Hey guys, did you like that video? If so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You can also catch full episodes of the MonsterCast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. And you can also catch us live every Sunday on Twitch All links in the description below, along with some sweet merch from yours truly, the MonsterCast. Deuces.